What's going on YouTube? It's your boy EazyMoneyX. Alright, now before we get into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Alright, today we got a lot of Madden 21 news. Alright, EA Sports had a Twitch stream yesterday in which, the head developer was there going over the new game, going over Madden 21, and even in some instances showing some gameplay. Not a lot, just a little snippet here and there, but they went over a lot of news. They went over a lot of new features in the game. Most importantly, they mentioned that there was supposed to be a closed beta coming on Thursday. This Thursday, there was supposed to be a closed beta, but for whatever reason, it got pushed back. They said a closed beta will still be happening in the coming weeks. When that will be, it's got to be pretty soon, right? Because August is right around the corner. So be on the lookout for a closed beta coming soon. Of course, when the date is announced, I'll let you guys know. But moving forward, all right, Madden has also put out the soundtrack for Madden 21. The soundtrack, which was handpicked, every song handpicked by Lamar Jackson, the MVP himself. So now let's go over this soundtrack, shall we? Now at first glance, you're gonna notice this soundtrack. Usually with Madden, they try to diversify their music or just have a mix of everything. Not this year. Not this year. This year is all rap. I don't really mind. I didn't really mind the mixture of music from previous Maddens. Honestly, my favorite soundtrack ever was Madden 16. Madden 16 had non-stop hits. You win a game, and then I can't feel my face when I'm with you comes on about a weekend. Man, that's bringing back some nostalgia right now. All right, but let's move on. All right, Madden or EA Sports also went over some gameplay intricacies, one of which being throwing the ball under pressure. This year on Madden 20, it was reserved for those with a certain X factor. This year, every quarterback is going to be able to do it, but successfulness is going to heavily depend on the QB's ratings. So as you can see here, with deep passes of 40 yards or more, your QB and AI QBs will use a quicker release. Now, that has to be timed. I remember on the live stream he was mentioning if you throw it too quick, you have a greater risk of throwing a pick. And if you don't throw it too quick, well, Lord have mercy, you might just take that sack, or even you'll fumble the ball. So you got to time that when you're, getting sacked and throwing the ball. Also, ball carrier game controls in Madden. Now right here, nothing looks different at all. These look like regular running back abilities. I'm looking for anything new they added right here. I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, so this is just, as usual. But what's funny? They're really hyping up that right stick on offense and defense like it's going to be the next innovation of Madden. But if you look at the right stick right here, nothing looks different. Hurdle, dead leg, juke. We've been doing these things with the right stick with the running back. Come on, EA, what is this cheese? Now, when we look at defense, you can see the right stick actually does hold a purpose now. Rip, bull rush, club, swim. Now you'll be able to pick which move you do. It won't be random. You'll literally be able to pick, and that's going to have a... From a strategic standpoint, I can see why that's useful. It's just going to broaden the skill gap between you and a player of lesser quality, I should say. So that's a good feature they added right there. Now getting to some bad news or good news. The Cheesers are gonna have a tough time this year running their money plays over and over and over again because Madden has taken notice. You see what happens when you spam? Madden takes notice. The community takes notice, and they implement fixes. They implement features into the game. Look at this, defensive adjustments, attack money plays. So now what you can do with any play or any defensive play, zone, man, you can customize your zones. You can customize your defensive coverages. If someone's just attacking an area that you can't cover perfectly, well, now you can change. Now you can change the zone. So let's say on a cover 2, if they're just attacking that area and they're just going a little too shallow to where you can't cover it, or a little too high to where you can't cover it perfectly, now you can change exactly how many yards that zone is going to fall back. If they're cheesing a slant route, you can make sure your defenders are up under it, up top of it. However you want to play it, it's going to be 100% customizable, but it's going to come with risk if you change the depth of your zones. It's going to affect the whole entire defense, so you got to make sure you're careful when you're using this new feature. It's one of those things where you're gonna want to practice. It's gonna take a little time to get it down, but man, this is gonna be a crazy feature. All right, wrapping up, you just got a couple things left. This is big. This is big. We've never had nothing like this in Madden before. Blocking is getting a crazy, I wouldn't call it a revamp. I would call it they're getting a crazy addition, I guess I should say. EA Sports has been going on and on and on about how defensive linemen are going to be able to do that and this. So of course it's only natural for them to be able to give offensive linemen some new abilities as well. So each time you destroy your offensive lineman, they're going to learn from that, you know, like a supercomputer. They're gonna learn, so you're not gonna be able to just cheese the same OP moves against him. He's gonna learn. If you keep beating him to the outside, he's gonna adjust. He's gonna hit the outside. If you keep going inside, same. If you switch it up, you probably have a better chance, but he's going to learn and he's going to read and react. So that's cool. I like that addition, and I feel like this is super realistic as well. As you can see on the screen, each pass rusher is given a budget of moves they can use each play, and the budget is going to replenish. And of course it's going to restock a little bit after timeouts and whatnot. And I feel like that's a good feature because that's realistic. You know, the great defensive players, as much as they want to get a sack each time, they can't. They got to save energy. And I feel like this is a good feature because, I mean, look, you can use all your, your budget of pass rush moves if you want to in those first 5-10 plays. But what happens if it doesn't work? Now the offense is all the way down at the goal line. You got to get a sack and you already used the budget up. Got to be smart about it. You know, Madden's EA Sports is really making you make some decisions this year. And that's why I've always liked Madden. FIFA to an extent, but Madden, it's a chess game within the game. It's the game within the game. All right, and lastly, Madden went over franchise. Well, actually, they didn't go over it, but they went over the fact that they're going to go over it. Just ridiculousness. So they're going to go over franchise and the new features, and they did mention they revamped it, they rehashed it. Franchise mode is going to look different. This is according to them, not me. I'm not saying this stuff. Don't attack me if it doesn't happen. All right, they mentioned franchise mode is going to be different this year. They have a bunch of new features in franchise mode, and of course, face of the franchise, which I think they should just take out the game. Who plays that after the first week? Certainly not me. But they're going to be going over that on June 30th. On another Twitch stream, so be on the lookout for that. But until next time, it's your boy EazyMoneyX. Comment below your expectations for this game, your wishes, what you think you're gonna see, and yeah, tap in. It's your boy.